in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keep, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you.
Hey everybody, Happy New Year. I'm so glad you joined us on New Year's Day 2023. I wonder, what are your plans today? How about for this year? Do you have a plan or are you just going to wing it? Is 2023 a year of playing it safe? Or are you going to take some risks? Are you going to get on after it? Are you going to launch that new business and maybe you'll finally ask that girl to marry you? Maybe you'll be backpacking across Europe or starting a family or going back to school. The beginning of a new year is a perfect time to reconsider our life trajectory. Do we double down on our goals and ambitions, or do we flip things upside down and change course? Well, let me suggest that God is very interested in the way that you traverse your journey in this new year. And I can think of no better way to step into this than by gathering around the scriptures and praying together. And so join me and let's look at several scriptures that I believe may be helpful as you give this consideration. First of all, this word of inspiration from Psalms chapter 65, verse 11. David writes that you crown the year with your goodness and your paths drip with abundance. Now, that's a perspective I can embrace. God always intends for our future to be bright, filled with blessing and abundance. But dripping with abundance? Now, that's along the lines of more than we could ever ask or imagine. So, may our crowning achievement this year be that we brought an abundance of goodness, full and dripping over the edge, overflowing more than we can ask or imagine to the world around us. And now, turning to the book of Lamentations, where we lament the wars and rumors of wars, the pain and the suffering in the world and in us. But even in our lament, we make a declaration as to the goodness of God, even in the worst of times. Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 22. The faithful love of the Lord never ends. His mercies never cease. Great is his faithfulness. His mercies begin afresh each morning. I say to myself, the Lord is my inheritance. Therefore, I will hope in him. Even when we don't see it, even when we don't feel it, we believe in the God that says it will be so. His mercy is bountiful and his faithfulness never fails. He brings us into right standing, calling us sons and daughters. He is our hope and causes us to confidently say, somewhere, somehow, restoration will come. And now from the book of Deuteronomy, we receive this encouragement. Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 8. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord will personally go ahead of you. He will be with you. He will never fail you nor abandon you. It's true. It's true. The end result of our life and our life's efforts often don't look quite like we had imagined. Love is won and lost. Careers, they come and go. And control of our circumstances is a long ago fantasy from which many of us are still recovering. But recover we can and must, because as the Apostle Paul writes to the church in Corinth, in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 17 and 18, he writes these words. He says, for our present troubles are small and won't last very long, yet they produce for us a glory that vastly outweighs them and will last forever. So we don't look at the troubles we can see now, rather we fix our gaze on things that cannot be seen. For the things we see now will soon be gone, but the things we cannot see will last forever. No doubt that 2023 is going to throw us a couple curveballs. But here's where we get perspective, and here's where we can gain clarity. Because when life doesn't pan out the way we expected, when our faith is challenged and the days are dark, we will press on. These are powerful scriptures to start the year off in the best way possible. And now it's your turn. You're up. How great are the possibilities ahead of you? If you're a student in the classroom, learning and applying that learning, give that everything you've got. Don't waste a moment. Give yourself fully to the work of developing yourself, gathering not just information, but gather inspiration that will inform all the great things that God has created for you to do in this world. If you're an adult, navigating the plans you've laid out, be prepared for a detour or two. that will feel like a roadblock. But take the detour. Do not fear. God is with you. In the calm of the journey or in the roadblock turned detour, turned off-road treachery, turned dropping off a cliff, Thelma and Louise style, heart-stopping, if I survive this, I can literally do anything chaos. In all circumstances, God is with you. So if we step into 2023 in this way, God only knows just how incredibly He will put our faithfulness into action. We know that life is filled with beautiful moments of celebration and new life. And that same life is also filled with dread and with suffering. But in all those circumstances, our perspective matters. Whether we view them as good or we view them as evil, God, Emmanuel, God with us, is ever present. He will never leave us. He will never forsake us. So go with confidence. Go and do. Get it done. And give Him all the glory. And finally, let's close our time with this beautiful message from the prophet Isaiah in chapter 43. But forget all that. He's urging us to forget the past. It is nothing compared to what I'm going to do. For I am about to do something new. See, I have already begun. Do you not see it? I will make a pathway through the wilderness, and I will create rivers in the dry wasteland. Our wilderness and our wastelands, God is there too. And together we will face the days of 2023 with confidence and boldness as we go there together, looking for the new that He is doing and joining Him there to accomplish His good purposes. God bless you and keep you. God smile on you and gift you. God look you full in the face and make you prosper.
Until my heart starts changing. Oh, I'm gonna worship till I mean every word. 'Cause the way I feel and the fear I'm facing doesn't change who you are or what you deserve. I give you my worship, 'cause you still deserve it. You're worthy, you're worthy, you're worthy of my song. I'll pour out your praises and blessing and breaking. You're worthy, you're worthy, you're worthy of my song. To my soul that you've already won. Even though I can't see it, I'm gonna keep believing that every promise you've made is as good as done. I'll give you my worship, 'cause you still deserve it. You're worthy, you're worthy, you're worthy of my song. I'll pour out your praises and blessing and breaking. You're worthy, you're worthy, you're worthy of my song. You're worthy, you're worthy, Jesus, you're worthy of my song. You're worthy, you're worthy. my head, you were worthy. And after all these tears were shed, you were worthy. I'll never stop singing your praise. I'll never stop singing your praise. And in the blessing, in the pain, you are worthy. Whether you say yes or no way, you are worthy. And through it all, I choose to say, you are worthy. I'll never stop singing your praise. I'll never stop singing your praise. When I finally see your face, I'll cry worthy. When you wipe these tears away, I'll cry worthy. Above every other name, you are worthy. I'll never stop singing your praise. I'll never stop singing your praise. I'll never stop singing your praise. No, I'll never stop singing your praise. I'll give you my worship, 'cause you still deserve it. You're worthy, you're worthy, you're worthy of my song. I'll pour out your praises, blessing and breaking. You're worthy, you're worthy. Jesus, you're worthy of my song. You're worthy, you're worthy. Jesus, you're worthy of my song. You're worthy, you're worthy. You're worthy of my song. You're worthy, you're worthy. Jesus, you're worthy of my song. You're worthy, you're worthy. When I finally see your face, I'll cry worthy. When you wipe these tears away, I'll cry worthy. And above every other name, you are worthy. I'll never stop singing your praise. I'll never stop singing your praise. I'll never stop singing your praise. You're so worthy. Never stop singing your praise.
You have not forsaken.